There he is. Feels like a pretty decent fish. I'm not going to tell you he's a giant, but feels like a decent fish. Just made a color change, and I think, you know, there's a lot of things that change in fishing, but oh yeah, great eye. Look at that one. Settle down there, buddy. Look at that. But I think one of the, look at that. You want to talk about wanting a lure? Look at that lure, all the way down his throat. One of the biggest things that I think you can change in ice fishing, and it's a little bit different than in summer fishing. In summer fishing, I tend to believe speed can sometimes be the most important thing, or equally important to some other things. But when I'm in the winter, there's two things I can change. There's action and there's color. That's a great eye right there. I'm just gonna let this guy go, and then we'll talk a little bit about this. There's action and there's color. That's really the two things I can change. Now, you know, I might change where I fish within the water column, but ultimately when I'm set up, I've got a cylinder of ice, I've got a cylinder of water that I can fish. And really when I look down there, in my mind, what I can do is I can put something down there super aggressive, I can put something down there kind of passive, I can put something down there in the middle, but then I can also play with color. And I think that can be a really, really big deal. I just switched over and I put a porch light glow spoon on. And I'll tell you what, hey, all of these colors, when you look at these glow spoons, and they've been out for a year now, and we're adding some new colors, but when you look at these glow spoons, I don't think there's any colors in there that are bad. But here's what I'll tell you, on any given day, it can be different, okay? If you got the sun out, if you don't got the sun out, if you're fishing deep water versus shallow water, if you're fishing clear water versus dark water, you might want to look at switching colors a little bit more often, because any one of those colors can be great on any given day. I mean, heck, you look at this one, this is a brand new color right here. And I mean, this thing, to me, this is the best of both worlds. You got a little bit of yellow, you got a little bit of pink. This one's Pink Days. But this porch light lure, I did not have this one on for very long, and I caught that fish. And the deal was, I was fishing something different. And sometimes it's just that simple change. I don't think that fish just showed up out of the blue. I think he was in the neighborhood the whole time. I think he was one of those sniffers that had come up and looked at one of the lures I had down there. But that's the beauty of this glow spoon. All I did is simply grab that tool, pop the light stick right out of the back of the one I was using, pop it into the next one that I'm gonna tie on, and down we go. And that's ultimately why, if you look at my tackle box in the summertime, you look at all the different colors, different color hooks on my Lindy rigs, different color jigs, different color crankbaits, different colors of everything. That's also why in the winter, I think it's even more important, because I'm not moving, I'm sitting still. I think all those colors are way more important, and that's why you'll notice I've got a ton of colors and I'm constantly switching through them. If I got sniffers coming up and not biting, it's time to change. And with these glow spoons, it's a simple deal. Pop that light stick out, put it in the new one, you're glowing a whole new color, and that made a difference on that fish, because that fish, along with these others, have been here for a while. It was just something different for them.